Perfect song to usher our guest in. She Did It Again. Tyler featuring Zara Lawson. It sounds like the combination that's in studio right now. If you think of Tyler, you think of Zanani, you think of Zara Lawson, you think of the lady in studio right now. And who is she, you might ask? None other than the Miss Universe 2026. I'm talking about the one and only Roseanna Hall. Before we even introduce her, let us clap for that. Star FM sounding good all the time. This is the After Drive. Just the few bits of it. 077-216-2651. We are also streaming live on Facebook. So in case you are behind and you have not seen how gorgeous our new queen is, please hop on my Facebook page and get to see her for yourself. From the heart of Shirugwi to the stage of the world, Roseanna is a young woman making Zimbabwe proud and proving that big dreams can come true from anywhere. She's a model, a psychology graduate, as well as a content creator, and now she's the reigning Miss Universe 2026, Miss Universe Zimbabwe rather, getting ready to represent our country on the world's biggest stage of pageantry. Today we get to know the woman behind the crown, her journey, her passion, and what it means to carry the Zimbabwean flag across the global stage. Welcome, Queen.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here today.
You almost didn't make it, girl.
The traffic was fighting me, but I was like, I need to make sure that I'm here by all means.
As God's grace would have it. We're so lucky. Let's just start with the main question. Who is Roseanna Hall beyond the crown?
Well, Roseanna Hall beyond the crown, I'm actually just a girl from a small town called Shirugwi, who basically decided to go for her dreams and pursue this dream that I've had since I was very young to become Miss Universe Zimbabwe. So at the heart, I'm just a girl from Shirugwi who God, I feel, really, really blessed me and has guided me on this journey.
Do you think being from Shirugwi shaped the woman that you are today?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It has so much shaped the woman that I am today. I'm so proud of where I come from. And, the values that I have growing up, coming from a small place, it just proves to me that where you come from doesn't determine where you're going.
Love that.
And the journey that you have is not always determined, or where you start off and where you end up. It's never determined by where you're coming from.
Nice. I love that. So now let's talk about the crown, because it is definitely the showstopper. What went through your mind when they announced you as Miss Universe Zimbabwe 2026?
Oh my gosh. Shock. Initially, I was like, I think I took a few seconds to actually, it didn't click. And I think someone was like,
it's you now.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, it's me. I think shock. Then overwhelming joy, then gratitude, just like, okay, God, God, you really have been with me. You really have been walking with me, because I was doing my best, but there's a point where your best, and then that's it. The rest, you just have to put it into God's hands. So
that's definitely true. So was there a point in time when you had maybe imposter syndrome and you're like, you know what, even if I don't win, I'm having fun? Or you were like, God, this I need, this I want? Or there was never a moment where you had any self-doubt?
If I say I didn't have any self-doubt, that would be a lie. I think imposter syndrome, whereas somewhere in your heart, you know that you deserve it. You know that you're good enough. But in your mind, you will always have those doubts, those fears. Am I good enough? How is my walk? How did I answer that question? You'll be sitting back. I was literally sitting backstage going, criticizing myself. And I think that's something, as someone who suffers from anxiety, mental health issues do affect us all in different ways.
Yes, true.
Where you kind of forget your worth and you kind of question yourself and you doubt yourself. But at the end of the day, I think winning just sort of reminded me that in as much as I may not have been perfect, I did good enough.
Yes,
I was
true.
worth it. I have what it takes. So I think it's sort of like you battle with those two things where your heart knows that you can do it, you do deserve it, you are good enough. But at the same time, you're human, so you are gonna doubt here and there.
So you've been in pageantry for quite some time. You've been dubbed the face of Zimbabwe at some point, right, in your life?
No, I was top 3 at Mnet Face of Africa.
Oh, Face of Africa, rather.
Yes.
So now tell us, what made you pursue the big crown? What made you say, you know what, I feel like I want that one?
I've always wanted it, but in previous years there was an age limitation. So they changed the age limits, and it's kind of like a dream. I had told myself that, you know what, it's okay. The time has passed. I think at the time when I was still eligible, I was still studying, you know, I was still pursuing my career in PR and communications. I was working in South Africa. So the stars did not align at that time. And then obviously now the age limit thing. And I was like, you know what? If you don't do this now, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, I love that.
You need to just go after it. I think I had to really sit down with myself. I questioned myself a lot because of my age. I am 34. So I was one of the older girls that had contested. So when I say it's really a dream I've had for a long time, it is. And that was also one of the things that I felt insecure about to a certain extent, but actually it worked to my favor.
Yes, it did.
I think the experience that I've had over the years, everything that I've learned, whether it's through my degree, through my working experience, through the other pageants and modeling that I've done, my experience really came together.
So I'm just gonna have to come out here and say this because Minavela, I like to be spicy. So as a person who contested myself and wanted to audition and did the whole process, when we were then judging each other, you know, as people who didn't make the top 30, looking at the Voice for Change, I was like, that's the one. That one, the grace, you know, the calm, the elegance, it just came out on your video. I remember you even had a newspaper in your video. I know it because I went through all of them and I was like, Chomi, she's the one. You don't feel the queenness. You don't feel how.
Thank you.
But then I can't be the only one who saw that, who felt that, because I'm not the only one who crowned you before you got the crown. There were plenty of us who were like, she might take it. We also have your coach in studio here, Royce Gavi. So we're going to talk and you tell us so it's gonna what qualities do you look for as a coach? How do you best know I'm actually training the right person, I'm molding the right essence? Because ta-da. And welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me today. Today I didn't have like a special introduction and stuff. Well, I do not have a session today. But anyways, I'm not jealous. What qualities? First of all, I look for someone who is easy to work with. You know, she said she's 34. I am 24.
Yes.
So imagine working with someone who has already experienced life.
Yes.
I'm just young. So I'm willing to work with someone who's also willing to learn from someone who's younger. So first of all, I look for, you know, are you someone that I can work with? Are you someone who is going to overpower me because of age? And also, really, everyone had potential, but at a personal perspective, I look at potential. You know, there are people who come wanting to do pageantry, but they do not fit.
Yes.
There are people who want to do commercial modeling, but they do not fit. So those are the two things: potential and are you someone that I can work with?
Now, I want to talk about something that we hear about and we see the pictures, we see the classes, but we want to know the deep inner things, the deep inner nyayas of what actually happens at boot camp. Do you really spend hours wearing heels? You know, I don't know. Just the thought of a bunch of women being together in one space for days on end. Hapana to my click hapana to my beef, to my attitude, to my what, like, I don't know. It just seems like a lot. Although pageant girls are different from supermodels. You know, your supermodels are mean, they're spicy, they're this, they're that. Pageantry is more about sisterhood. Is it really, really like that at boot camp?
I can definitely say, in my experience, it was. I made friends. I made friends because, in as much as it was a competition, yes, we all knew we came there to compete.
Yes,
but I was also there for the experience, the experience of working with Royce, the experience of working with, you know, the other designers, the experience of meeting all these girls. Because at the end of the day, these could be my potential future business partners.
Yes, true.
And I really made friends. It's because of the lens that I went into it with. I I personally did not go into it like, okay, this is my enemy or this is my, you know, like
this is my competition.
Yes, it was a competition, and obviously there is a certain level of, you know, you are competing, but we're not enemies. We're not, at the end of the day, we kind of all want the same thing. And even though we all can't win, there is room for collaboration thereafter. And like I said, I've got friends with the girls, like literally for me, Brunette is at Miss World right now. Please support her, guys.
Of course.
She's in Vietnam representing Zimbabwe at Miss World. So I'm behind her fully. We literally talk every day and supporting each other through this, because now we're all queens.
Yes, of
and
course.
I feel like the other queens are the only ones who can really understand what this journey, this part of the journey is like.
Yes.
So it's really nice to also have them. Like you said, it's a sisterhood, you know. It's up to you, you know, the mindset that you go into it with.
Yeah. I fully agree with that. Royce, tell us as the coach, as a catwalk coach, what do you see? What do you look for? Do you see the girls with the attitude? Do you see the cliques? Do you see the sisterhood? Do you see the bonds? Or can you peep the fakeness with that's not a good quality for our Miss Universe? Actually, she might not be the one. Tell us. Don't hold back. We want to know.
Royce on the spot.
I love to be honest.
Yes,
I love
please.
to be honest. As I said before, all 18 of them, they were easy to work with, because I remember there's a point where I chugged at least 3 of them out of the rehearsal room because they were late. Instead of giving attitude, they came to just say, you know what, coach, we're so sorry, we are late. Though I was very pissed, so they took something like an hour, right, sitting and not being part of the rehearsal. So also, you said what happens in boot camp.
Yes.
If you are listening and you want to come to Miss Universe or any other boot camp, you are there not to sleep. You are there to prepare for the final show.
Okay.
You are there to do your routines, your dances, your speech. Because I think you did, what was that? The day where you did
The advocacy.
The advocacies.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't get to boot camp and then you go to sleep at 8 like you're going to school tomorrow.
No.
That's
No.
not how it works.
Definitely. I can add on to that. In terms of the boot camp experience, you're going on little sleep. Chances are you don't have much energy, but you still need to show up. It's not, it may look great. We're posting pictures, we're in our nice outfits, we're doing activities, but behind the scenes, it's quite hectic, you know. Sleeping late, waking up early. Royce is there at rehearsals, pushing us and shouting at us. Royce is very strict. Please don't see him smiling like this. When it's time for work, he does not play, which is great because you know you always need someone who can push you and bring the best out of you.
I love that. So your background in psychology, right? How has that influenced you and how you treat other people and the people around you?
So the reason I went into psychology in the first place is because I love to interact with people. I wanted to always understand the mindset, the reasons why people do things, how their upbringing has basically influenced the people that they are today. So yeah, I think psychology has really helped me in terms of basically like how I navigate things, how I connect with people. I think I'm quite an empathic person, you know. So yeah, I think also just wanting to not just understand but make a change and have a real impact in society, and doing that psychology degree was kind of like my first step toward that.
I love that. So tell us a little more about the Survival Sisterhood initiative. What inspired you to start that?
So Beyond Survival Sisterhood basically birthed out of me, like I mentioned earlier, someone who suffers from anxiety. I know exactly what it feels like when you are overwhelmed, when you're stressed, when you don't believe in yourself, when you lack confidence, when you're doubting yourself. That can really affect you. So this advocacy is all about empowering women to be mentally well, empowering women to have the tools to live a better life and live a stronger life and be able to show up there. And it links two things. So it's not just about mental health, like, oh, okay, we want you to feel good. No, it's also about economic empowerment. Because when women are not economically empowered, they also then do not feel emotionally well. You
Yeah.
know, when you don't have money, or when you can't rely on yourself to basically have an income, then that's how you find young girls ending up in very dangerous situations.
Yes, that's true.
Where they feel like, okay, I don't have money, I don't have a job, okay, I'm just gonna,
Yes.
succumb to, these certain things that are going on now in our society. So my aim is I want to help women become mentally strong and also equip them with practical skills. When I say practical skills, I'm a content creator, so I host practical workshops where we teach people how to build social media careers.
Lovely. So now, I don't want to ask this question, but then you know what? Even for my own personal sake, I must. Pageantry is a very anxious sport, as is, unlike soccer. Soccer is right. It's right there. It's fast forward. We're either winning or losing. With pageantry, you can be swayed. You could feel like you're winning. You could feel like you're losing, and it's more like a waiting game, right? And how do you then handle your anxiety if you know that each and every step of the way I'm waiting to be picked, I'm waiting to be top 30, I'm waiting to be top 16, I'm waiting to be top 10, top 5, and then ultimately the winner? How do you then box your emotions, especially an emotion such as anxiety that's so heavy?
Babe, prayer. Pray. Get on your knees and pray.
I love that.
That's the truth, though. That answer was so easy because it is the truth. God is the only reason why I'm sitting here today. God is the only reason why I've been able to go through this whole process. God, without God, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
So I think prayer has really, really grounded me. My faith in Christ, also trusting the process. So, yes, sometimes you're not going to have control over everything.
Yeah,
you can't
true.
be losing your mind because you're not in control. You need to trust the process, trust the work that you've put in. And if something is meant for you, then it will be yours. And if it's not, then it just means that there's another opportunity for you.
Yeah.
So I was also prepared not to win because I had this understanding that if this is my time, it will be for me. If it's not, then there's something else for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back next year and do Miss Universe, or maybe I'm going to do something else. Maybe this is going to open a doorway. Like I said at the beginning, it's all about your mindset going into it. So with anxiety, I know that there's a lot of factors in life that you can't control. Sometimes you can't control money. Sometimes you can't control whether people are going to like you or accept you.
True.
There's so many things you cannot control. What I do is I focus on the things that are within my power.
Ah, love that. We only have 5 minutes with the reigning Miss Universe Zimbabwe 2026. So yeah, let's round up our interview. Let's talk about, of course, the elephant in the room, because with the great responsibility comes the challenges of the comment section. So yeah, how did it make you feel, and how do you then respond, and how do you then navigate your life around so many negative comments, of being that there are also an equal number of good comments, but then Wuti, in those 5 good comments you are bound to bump into 3 bad ones? How do you then be like, okay, I'm gonna skip, I'm gonna delete? What do you do? How do you stay sane? How do you not crash out? How do you stay so queenly and so graceful? Yo.
Okay, I've given this answer before, so I'll give the same answer because it's still true, but I'm gonna remix it. The answer I gave on stage when I said a queen does not engage with negativity. She rises above. So that was a theoretical answer. Little did I know that was what I was going to be dealing. Little did I know. And you know what? I think I just choose to focus on the good and the positive. There's so many people that have my back. There's so many people that are supporting me. I think God would actually be mad at me if I go and cry about the few people that have something negative to say.
Yeah.
I think I just draw energy, positive energy from the people around me who give me love. That's the only way it can work. Otherwise, I would go crazy.
Definitely. Hansi, she married. Is that an important one?
I'm not married yet.
We're still so searching.
Where is my Mr. Universe?
It's been an absolute pleasure hosting you, Miss Universe. Can we please have the last few words from a queen to a young queen who's aspiring to be wearing the sash, to be wearing the crown, and of course, what else is in store for your reign and what you hope to achieve during your reign in this
Okay, thank you. So my words to a young queen out there who sees themselves one day as Miss Universe is, don't be discouraged by where you come from. Don't be discouraged by what your life may look like now. Don't be discouraged by what you have or might not have. The dream that you have inside of you is exactly what God wants for you. And I would say that no matter where you are right now, stay focused on the vision that you have. Write it down, as the word of God says, submit your plans to the Lord that they may succeed. That's exactly what I did. So I would love for young girls out there to take my example and submit their plans to God and do what they can on their side to work towards that dream. Sign up with a modeling agency. If you want to get into content, start taking pictures. Ask your friends to take pictures of you. You don't have to wait for that big break.
Yes.
By the way, I've been in the modeling industry for over 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So 10 years, it's not like I just woke up and, today I'm Miss Universe. No, I've been modeling, taking content with my phone, doing shoots with photographers, not always getting paid. I've done so much work. So also start putting in the work into your dream. Think about what it is that you want to achieve and then start slowly doing the steps now.
Yeah.
It will help you in the long run.
Nice. And then of course we're going to have to get your social media handles and where we can connect with you. But then of course, before we go, we would like to know where you're going to be competing this year, and also from your coach as well, before we let him go, what the preparations are like, and so that we know it's we are ready. We're bringing it home.
So on the 24th of November, the finale will be in Puerto Rico.
Okay, Puerto Rico, here we come.
So excited. Royce, maybe you can let us know, what are we planning for our preparations?
Yes, please.
Okay. So first things first, last year we placed top 30. And I think I've been saying this to Rosanna, we now need a top 1.
Yes.
We can't do 30.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm appreciating all the efforts that our last queen did. She worked so hard to be where she was. But this time around, we need a top 5 at least. Okay, 1 is good, but 5 would also be good. So we're going to work very hard. We're going to start training soon. After we are done with what's going on, we're going to start our trainings, and we're going to be training extra hard. And at least this time we started around, we have something like 3-4 months to prepare. Yeah. So we are promising you guys, mavira.
And good luck on your journey, Miss Universe Zimbabwe. Puerto Rico, here we come. We're looking forward to supporting you all the way. Takato benga Mariema votes already. Takato tenga data. My Wi-Fi 24 November we're going to be up, and at least you've got Zanani and Star FM behind you. So we're going to keep saying Roseanna Hall for Miss Universe 2026. Thank you so much for joining us. Can we please have your social media handles, your platforms where we can reach you and get in touch as well before we let you go?
So my Instagram handle is The Golden Rose. It's _Golden Rose. Same thing with TikTok and Facebook. The Golden Rose,
Thank you so much, Queen. And then yours, Mr. Gavi.
My professional one is Catwalk Coach ZW. Everyone, TikTok and Instagram. And my personal one is Royce Gavi. Royce_Gavi.
Asante sana to the Miss Universe Roseanna Hall. She's going to be representing us in Puerto Rico at this year's competition. And as her coach said, we're not looking forward to a top 30. We're looking forward to a top 1. So we're definitely going to be supporting her and backing her all the way. Thank you so much for tuning in to Star FM. Igama Zanani, the Shona Princess Zanani, type. Handing over the microphone to the king of Sungura for Sungura Wednesdays, Undumiso. From me to you, it is Honorable Dasvadanya, Tuchekiani, adios amigo, Totsins, ciao, however else you say goodbye in your language. Sizobonana ngilingilanga, specifically on Friday between 9 and 12 o'clock on the Morning Galaxy. Good night.
Everywhere.